city of Philadelphia, where history and culture intertwine, the streets often tell stories that are too dark to ignore. Stories of talent cut short, of potential lost, and of lives forever changed. Tonight, we uncover a chilling tale that begins with promise and ends in tragedy. In today's video, we're going to cover the real Joker of Philly. Noah Scurry, aka Joker OTV, was a serial killer. He lived a double life as a star athlete on his high school basketball team, maintained a high GPA in school, but he doubled as a bloodthirsty, serial killing rapper. He was alleged to have 8 bodies at the time of his death, but his most notable body would be Gillie Da Kid's son, Cheese.
Good evening, Jacqueline and Fred. Yes, police tell us they are looking for a white Jeep Cherokee, and we spoke to neighbors in the area who told us that they did see that vehicle before the shooting and after.
I just heard like gunshots, multiple, and then just screaming from the mom.
This Feltonville neighbor recalls the screams of what she described as an inconsolable mother after seeing her son on the ground suffering from multiple gunshot wounds. Neighbors say it happened right before she was meant to take him to school.
And I'm like still nervous. I can still hear the mom's like mother cry, seeing her baby on that floor like that.
Police say around 7:15 this morning, a Samuels Fells High School student, Noah Scurry, was gunned down behind his home on the 5000 block of Rohrer Street. NBC 10 obtained exclusive surveillance video of an SUV at the scene that fits the description of the car police say they are looking for. The video also shows the car leaving the scene after the shooting. Police now tell us they are looking for a white Jeep Grand Cherokee with a black front license plate holder, a shattered sunroof, and a distinctive sticker on the windshield.
The car pulled up around, I came in my house like around 6:48. The car pulled up like 6:57.
This afternoon, family members were seen gathering to mourn the loss of Scurry.
Heartbroken. Me and his mom used to work at a hospital together, so like she was always about her kids.
The Philadelphia School District described him as a school star basketball player and as an exceptional student, scoring among his class the top score of the SATs.
No problems from him whatsoever, according to the principal and other staff members. As you might imagine, they are distraught. And that is the principal, the coach, players, classmates, peers.
According to the Philadelphia Controller's Office, in the last 14 days since the new year began, 3 minors have been shot. Noah is the first juvenile killed in a shooting this year.
It was 8:24 p.m. on an ordinary Thursday night in the Olney neighborhood. The hum of the city filled the air, cars passing, voices echoing down narrow streets. But then, a sound that breaks the rhythm of life. 10 gunshots, rapid, final. By the time the police arrived at the 5800 block of Mashker Street, the chaos had subsided, leaving silence in its wake. There, they found 3 victims. A 25-year-old man shot in the back. He was rushed to the hospital, but at 8:39 p.m., he was pronounced dead. YNG Cheese wasn't just another name in the city. He was the son of Philadelphia rap artist and podcast host Gillie Da Kid, a man who had built his legacy in the underground hip-hop scene. For Gillie, this wasn't just a professional loss. It was personal. His son, an aspiring rapper, was taken from him in a flash of violence.
A triple shooting in Philadelphia's Olney section claimed the life of an up-and-coming musician. The 25-year-old rap artist was known as YNG Cheese, and he's the son of well-known influencer Gillie Da Kid. Action News reporter Taronda Thomas now live for us at Franklin Music Hall in Spring Garden tonight. Taronda, reaction is pouring in for this life cut short.
It really is, because Gillie Da Kid has amassed millions of followers, and a lot of them are planning to come here next week for Gillie Fest. It's a big concert. He uses his platform to speak out against violence, and now violence has claimed the life of his son.
It's a sad day today in Philadelphia.
It's the type of news radio personality Mina Say What never thought she'd have to share.
It was just devastating.
The son of her friend Gillie Da Kid killed on the streets of Philadelphia.
But I think the sentiment on the street is, when you're in Philadelphia and you become successful, you become a target, unfortunately.
Police say Devin Spady, better known as YNG Cheese, was one of 3 people shot in the 5800 block of Masher Street in Olney Thursday night. Shot in the back, the 25-year-old rapper was a rising star and the son of one of Philadelphia's biggest stars, Gillie Da Kid.
For him to be a victim to the same violence that he's advocating against. That's just heartbreaking.
Gillie Da Kid is a rapper turned podcaster turned philanthropist. He and his $1 million worth of game podcast partner Wallow also helped give away millions of dollars to support local businesses, and both were awarded the key to the city.
Gillie and Wallow have become the unofficial mayors of the city of Philadelphia. How about that, right? They are the voice of the youth.
Talent agent Walt Reeder Jr. has known Gillie Da Kid for years and knows he wanted more for his son.
We have to rise up as a community and do better.
Radio 1 producer Tafari Hayes says Gillie Da Kid's influence reaches across the country.
They're able to speak to the youth and try to steer them away from gun violence, crimes, and street life.
Now Wallow posting a heartfelt tribute to his friend's son, saying, "I love you beyond life," a life lost to the type of violence that Gillie Da Kid hoped to prevent.
This is going to make them work harder, I'm sure, because we need a change here in the city of Philadelphia.
We haven't heard if this tragedy will impact Gillie Fest, which is scheduled to be here at Franklin Music Hall next Saturday. The other two people who were shot with YNG Cheese both survived. Police have not made any arrests in the case.
But the ripples didn't stop there. Spady left behind a 1-year-old child, a child who will grow up with stories of a father they'll never truly know. Tributes began pouring in, including one from Wallow, Gillie's co-host, and the Philly native who shared the family's grief. The city mourned alongside them, but behind the mourning, questions began to surface.
First thing I ever told anybody. And I was like, man, Cheese, go on. Man, I never seen him like that. So it was like, in some type of way, I felt fucked up because it was like I had to tell him the worst ever.
Yeah, there's been a lot of love and support out here today. Many people sharing stories about Devin Spady, also known as YNG Cheese, saying how he was a talented rapper and was really making a name for himself in the Philly music scene. Now, people have been going in and out of the Met today, where they're going to have a ceremony, a viewing, as well as a service in his honor. Now, we know that Devin is the son of Philly rapper and popular podcast host Gillie Da Kid. He died Thursday night after a triple shooting in Olney. Police say that the shooting, it happened on Masher Street just before 8:30. They say a masked man with a white jacket opened fire, shooting at least 10 times. We know that 2 other people were shot and taken to the hospital where they were stable, but Spady died at 25 years old. Today, family members shared memories of him and told us how the young rapper would light up a room.
You don't never really expect stuff like that to happen to people like him, you feel me? Especially people that's real positive. But life is just unfortunate, you feel me? I'm just here to show my support, showing him I love him, and that's about it.
We know there are several family members, loved ones, and community members inside the Met now. In a statement on social media, the family thanked the public for their support and said that they would continue with their mission to lift and educate young people here in the city. Meanwhile, we know that police say this investigation is ongoing and they haven't made any arrests.
At the scene of the shooting, investigators worked quickly. Shell casings littered the street. An SUV sat at the corner, its engine still running. Who had been in that car? Was it connected to the violence? Witnesses spoke of a man in a black mask and white jacket, but no arrests were made. The gun that fired the fatal shot was nowhere to be found. 7 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, Roller Street. This time, the sound of gunfire shattered the stillness of dawn. 20 shots fired in an alleyway left another victim, Scurry, a high school star athlete. Scurry wasn't just an athlete, he was exceptional. A top scorer on his SATs, a student loved by teachers and peers alike. Yet, his life ended in a barrage of bullets. The shooting seemed targeted, but why? Just hours after his death, the district canceled all men's basketball games for the week, a move that spoke to the magnitude of the tragedy. Investigators began piecing together the puzzle, and one detail caught their attention: a rap video.
Heartbreak at a Philadelphia high school. I'm Yuki Washington.
And I'm Natasha Brown. Noah Scurry was just 17 years old. He was a star in the classroom and on the basketball court. Police say that he was shot several times on his way to school near Tacony Creek Park and Roosevelt Boulevard. And we have now learned this all happened right in front of his mother. CBS News Philadelphia's Dan Snyder is live at Samuel Fells High School in Summerdale as students are mourning the loss of their classmate right now, Dan.
Yeah, Natasha, as you said, Philadelphia police have identified that student killed this morning as 17-year-old Noah Scurry, a star student and basketball player here at Fells High. And just talking with folks around Fells today, really something that has sent shockwaves just through this school community. Police say this all started at around 7:15 this morning. That's where that shooting happened, just off of Rohrer Street. Police say Scurry was shot multiple times on his way to school. He later died at a hospital. School leaders say Scurry was known as a gifted basketball player and a very smart student. In a letter to families, Principal Melissa Rasper noted that he had the highest SAT score in the school. Students and staff tell us today's incident was felt by everybody in the building.
The basketball boys weren't in the lunchroom. The whole school seemed upset. I saw Mel crying. It was just traumatic.
The principal, coach, players, classmates, peers are distraught. This is unimaginable for them. You know, the student was getting in the car with his mom this morning in the back of his home, and he was shot and killed.
Now, all after-school activities have been canceled here at Fells tonight. Basketball games are going to be canceled through the rest of the week. Philadelphia police are still searching for Scurry's shooter.
In the video, posted just a day before Scurry's death, the teenager could be seen wearing a Joker mask, holding what appeared to be guns. Others in the video danced alongside him, brandishing firearms. Was this video a coincidence, or did it hold the key to why Scurry was killed? At the Philadelphia police impound lot, a white Jeep Cherokee became part of the investigation. Its connection to Scurry's death was unclear, but it added another layer to an already tangled web. In the music video, Scurry, aka Joker OTV, would actually diss Cheese, Gillie's son.
Breaking details on the homicide investigation of 17-year-old Noah Scurry. He's the star student athlete gunned down outside his home in front of his mother while getting ready to head to Samuel Fells High School. And that's where our Kelly Rule is live for us tonight. Kelly, what are you learning?
Well, Sheba, police say they are looking for at least 2 people for this homicide, possibly a third, and they believe they do have the vehicle that was used in the crime. But tonight, law enforcement sources are telling me they believe Noah Scurry appeared in a rap video with guns that was posted to social media the day before he was killed. New tonight, law enforcement sources confirmed there was a rap video uploaded to social media the day before 17-year-old Noah Scurry was shot to death behind his home in front of his mother, who was getting ready to take him to Samuel Fells High School. A screenshot of the video shows a man in a Joker mask, at times appearing to hold a gun. Sources tell Fox 29 they believe that to be Scurry. In the video, he dances along other individuals who are also holding and showing off guns throughout it. Skyfox overhead the Philadelphia police impound lot yesterday. Police confirmed this white Jeep Cherokee is believed to be the car used in Scurry's murder, which happened around 7 a.m. Tuesday in an alleyway behind Rohrer Street. Police say at least 2 shooters got out of the vehicle, with the driver possibly staying inside. Fox 29 is also learning from sources that Scurry was a victim in a previous shooting back in May 2023 on the 4600 block of Mulberry Street. Our camera there as police investigated. In that shooting, a man in his 60s was killed. Hours after Scurry's death on Tuesday outside Samuel Fells High School, a spokesperson for the school district of Philadelphia, in touch with the school principal and Scurry's devastated basketball coach, says he was a star athlete and recently scored the highest on the SATs in the school community.
The student who was killed was exceptional. As far as the school is concerned, there had not been any issues between this person who was killed and any other student. They don't know of anything going on in the community as well.
2 young lives, 2 shootings, 2 stories that feel incomplete. As the city grapples with the grief and the unanswered questions, the threads of these tragedies intertwine in ways we may never fully understand. But one thing is clear: the streets of Philadelphia are holding secrets, and those secrets come with a heavy cost. Alright, y'all, there y'all have it. That's been the story of Noah Scurry, aka Joker OTV. Man, rest in peace. to Cheese, rest in peace to Noah. You know, all of this stuff is senseless, man. These guys are young as hell out here getting smoked like Newports, man. Like, when is it gonna end, man? Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. You already know what it is. Drillers and trappers, we out here trapping and drilling 247, and don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!